Louis McPherson, born October 17, 1995, better known by his stage name Lil Wop, is a rapper out of Chicago, Illinois. With a unique sound and delivery like no one else, he has made a name for himself through his music as well as controversy, and affiliations with people such as Adam 22, Gucci Mane, and Trippie Redd. Lil Wop was raised in Chicago's South Side neighborhood of Englewood. Wop grew up listening to Gucci Mane, which became the inspiration for his rap name. He is also cousins with fellow Chicago rapper Famous Dex. By his late teens, he had begun uploading his original tracks online, and around 2016 he moved to Atlanta at the suggestion of his little brother, who had been living there for a while. Lil Wop's father was allegedly a member of the Detroit musical trio Rick, Ran, and Dan, and he had an older sister who was part of a female hip-hop group Black Ivory, and his younger sister who was Cody Shane. He has multiple ties in his family alone to the music industry. When Wop moved to Atlanta at the age of 17, he managed to garner early connections to people such as 21 Savage and Ruby Rose. Crazy considering they weren't even famous yet. Wop had a close connection with Man Savage, who 21 Savage had a close connection with. Atlanta is where Lil Wop would form these close connections with people that would help him later in his career. He later met Trippie Redd in Atlanta. The two would become best friends and would be an inseparable duo around 2017. They would collaborate on a tape titled Demons and Angels and would feature on each other's music. The last time they were on a song together was on Trippie Redd's 2019 project, A Love Letter to You 4, where Wop is featured on the track The Jungle Book. However, since then, the two have not been seen together, and the question remains if they are still best friends. Trippie and Wop were also both arrested in Cobb County, Georgia, after getting into a fight with rapper FDM Grady in late May of 2018. Gucci Mane signed Lil Wop to his label 1017 Eskimo Records via Lamo Records over the summer of 2017. Gucci Mane contacted Lil Wop after his song Lost My Mind blew up on World Star Hip Hop. He FaceTimed him and told him that he was signed to 1017 Eskimo Records. Lil Wop recorded this FaceTime call and you can find it up on YouTube, as well as an audio version of it on Lil Wop's Picasso Wop mixtape.
Somebody sent me a video of you, right?
Yeah.
The one you did at the park.
Yeah.
And I seen it said basic loaded on the front. So I know D, so I called D. I said, hey man, D, I need it. I said, I gotta put my watch some kind of way.
Hey man, I'm already fucking with you, man. You already know, man. Oh God, bro.
We got the link up, man. You know I want you on 1017.
Hey, I'm with it, man. That's my dream right there. I swear to God, boy. My heart beating fast as hell right now, just hearing that.
You need to tell whatever, because I want you.
Alright, say less.
Whatever it's gonna take, I don't even give a damn.
Alright, Wop.
And tell them whatever it's gonna take, hey, listen, cool out there, you don't give a damn.
Wop, who's Famous Dex's cousin, discovered Gucci Mane's music while hanging out with his older cousins. He described in an article, I was around older people. I was around my older cousins and I'm hearing it. Wop explains to XXL while in New York. I grew up around it. I really grew up in this shit. He gravitated not only to Gucci's music, but looked up to him as a role model. Wop's style has been described as dark and demonic. Despite his persona taking after Gucci Mane, the similarities end in tattoos and topics he raps about, as his musical style is completely different. His style honestly sounds like no one else. What's unique about Wop's style is his intense vocal fry, which adds to his whole horrorcore aesthetic, over eerie instrumentals. Lil Wop tattooed his face with the same famous ice cream tattoo Gucci inked on his own face. It was kinda destined for Lil Wop and Big Guwop to link up. Another fun fact, Lil Wop's birthday is on October 17th. The number is synonymous with Gucci Mane.
I was born on 1017, this shit in me, not on me. 1017 Lil Wop's. That's a fact. I was born in this shit, like, it was destined. Man, that shit was like a dream come true shit.
Gucci Mane was obviously a huge inspiration for Lil Wop's rapping career, which led to him eventually getting signed by him under his record label 1017 Eskimo Records in 2017. He was part of the 2017 roster along with artists such as Hoodrich Pablo, Cuban Doll, Asian Doll, Juan, Z Money, Lil Quill, and Young Maul. His first project released under 1017 Eskimo Records was Wapavelli 3, which is a hard rock inspired rap album and horrorcore album. Some highlights off of the tape are Skits, which has an eerie instrumental, Walking Dead, which is one of the best examples of Wop's croaky vocals, Sinister, 1017 Freestyle, Soul Catcher, which is probably the hardest song off of the tape, and Paid in Full, which has the only feature on the tape, that being none other than Gucci Mane himself. The tape proved to be a decent success, and Wop would start working on the final installment of the series Wapavelli 4. However, before the release of his project, Wapavelli 4, Wop run into some issues with his label which were very public to say the least. Lil Wop went on IG Live claiming that he wanted to speak to Gucci to get out of his weak-ass contract after trying to contact him multiple times.
Oh God, nigga not mad, nigga not none of that shit, bro. Just let me out this weak-ass contract, bro. Period, bro. Guwop let me out this weak-ass management deal. Alamo, get y'all shit together, bro.
Like a lot of artists in the music industry, especially ones who sign to artist-owned labels, they expect things to be a certain way, but are usually either taken advantage of or given less than what they expect.
I feel like you dissed him publicly. Like you went on live or some shit and said something about him, and did the whole relationship just kind of end right then and there?
I mean, shit, I don't want to say, you can pretty much say that for real. Because at that point, they had hit me up and like, yeah, you should have like did it a different way and stuff like that. You could have went about it a different way and stuff like that. And then we got to the agreement to where I was like, shit, just get me out of the contract and stuff like that. And they was like, cool, shit, like we'll let you go if that's what you want. And shit, they did that shit within like a couple weeks. Like they was cool about it. They didn't give me like no tough time or nothing like that. They was like, shit, if this is what you want to do, you want to go experience something different, and go weigh your options and see, if you get a better fit of what we had going on here at this camp. Shit, that's cool. They even said they'd help me get another record deal type shit if I wanted.
Some artists, notably rappers who come from the streets, sign record deals out of desperate situations. It seems like Wop signed the contract expecting the record label to aid his career in one way, but his expectations ended up being quite different from reality. It seems like he had trouble behind the scenes, which he then expressed years later on an interview on No Jumper.
You were like the first person from all that, and maybe the first person ever signed to Gucci that I ever saw who kind of like publicly, wigged out on him a little bit and made it clear that you weren't fucking with stuff that was going on with the label.
You said, when did it start?
When did you guys start to have issues?
I wouldn't necessarily say it was issues. I would say misunderstandings. Cause when you coming into the game, you don't really, I was a student of the game. I was educated and aware of how the game worked. But at the same time, it's like just coming into the game, it's like you gotta just be patient. Be patient, be open-minded, be able to put yourself in another person's shoes.
With that being said, Lil Wop left 1017 Eskimo Records around sometime in 2018. Years later, he would again confirm that he left the record label. On Halloween in 2018, he released his second and final project under 1017 Eskimo Records, Wapavelli 4, which expanded further on his horrorcore sounds. A lot of the tracks feel more atmospheric and horror-esque. Some highlights are No Manners, where Wop changes up his delivery to a very brash and aggressive voice, as opposed to his usual croaky vocals, Extensions, which has a hard Chase the Money beat, and Ghoul and Pint of Blood, which were released as singles, Ghoul even having a video in World Star Hip Hop. Again, this was Lil Wop's last project under 1017 Eskimo Records, and his decision to leave the record label would mean he no longer had access to the same resources. While the preceding projects after Wapavelli 4 would be unique and interesting in their own right, the decrease in quality, at least when it came to mixing, was extremely apparent, as without a record label he had less resources. Lil Wop's career after this point steadily went downhill over the preceding years, as he continued to roll out music as an independent artist. Some notable projects he released during this time were Wopster 2, Say Cheese, and Enchanted, which all incorporate different types of eerie sounds. Say Cheese was the first project produced entirely by Wop, with the lead single Money, Power, Respect having over 100k on YouTube. While things were working well for a while as he had a fan base that was making 100% of the revenue from his own music, his streams were slowly declining, and so is his relevancy. That was until 2022, where the story takes a bit of a twist, as during the Super Bowl, Lil Wop came out as bisexual via Instagram. This is a big deal for some reason, as there have been bisexual rappers before, but Lil Wop was one of the first gangster rappers to come out as bisexual. That being said, he faced scrutiny for this. It shouldn't be treated like a publicity stunt, but it was, as rap pages went crazy and homophobic hip-hop fans took to different platforms to share their opinion on it. But for the first time in almost 5 years, Lil Wop was receiving attention, just for something completely unrelated to his music. To make matters even crazier, on his Instagram, he started cross-dressing and linking his OnlyFans page, leaving many fans confused and even more casual listeners really confused. On May 18th, 2023, Lil Wop took to Instagram to announce to the world that he was planning on identifying as transgender. It was unclear if he really meant this or not, or if this is bait for rap pages, but it started being posted the following week, attracting a lot of hate and a lot of confusion. Lil Wop would retract the statement later, however it seems like this is either a genuine identity crisis or an attempt at a clout chase. This may have seemed good in the short term for publicity, as he was posted on many high-profile rap pages, however he continued to bleed followers, and his streams didn't go up that much. Lil Wop completely contradicted the gangster persona that he put up for so long. although his background suggests that he was never faking any of it. His mixtape Infinite serves as a great example that showcases some unique sounds, with Wop rapping over piano instrumentals such as Paper Cuts, and tracks such as Euphoria demonstrate his unique production capabilities. Wop apparently produced 10 out of the 12 tracks on the album, and I would consider this project one of his best as he incorporates different sounds that work with his dark and gritty tonality. The only issue is the lack of attention that his music receives now, as he's no label push or promotion other than himself, with many tracks receiving just over 1,000 plays on Spotify. He also doesn't release music videos frequently, and it's questionable whether or not he's even motivated to take his career to the next level. There it is, the career of Lil Wop, an undoubtedly talented artist who is overshadowed by their own public identity crisis or clout-chasing antics. It's extremely hard to tell, but at the end of the day, who are we to judge? If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. Go support the Wopster as well. Until then, I've been Technical Difficulties. Please stand by.
Let's just play another one.